Right now, from KTAB News, your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics.
Thank you for being here for Big Country Politics. I'm Victor Sotelo, and we start with election news from your local election headquarters. Right now, early voting underway for the March 1st primary election. That election includes statewide races like the governor and attorney general's office, and also local races, namely in Taylor County and the county judge's office. Here are the details of early voting. It started last week but continues through Friday, February 25th in Abilene and Taylor County. There are 5 locations where you can cast your ballot, the main location being at the Taylor County Plaza. The hours of the different branches vary, and some are open late for your convenience. A reminder, there is no voting on Monday because of President's Day, and we've compiled all the locations and times for you on our website at bigcountryhomepage.com. All right, moving on to your Eye on Abilene. Big honors at the Abilene Police Department as the department promoted and honored officers for their excellence on the job. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez was there and has the highlights from the ceremonies.
Wednesday afternoon, Abilene's finest lined up for recognition at APD's annual promotion and awards ceremony. Chief Marcus Dudley presiding over the swearing in of 3 new Abilene police officers and a new assistant chief, Richard Wagner. A 20-year veteran of the force, Wagner says one of his goals is to keep officer appreciation high.
For our profession, it's getting harder to find people who want to do it. And the ones that we do, we need to take care of them physically, mentally, and provide them with the best chance for success, which makes the community they serve better because they're happier to be here.
Other awards included the Civilian of the Year award, shared by Lindsay Huxley and Rick Tomlin. Both work in the APD, honored for their great efforts to connect with the community through events like APD's Trunk or Treat and National Night Out. Officers were also recognized for saving lives while on duty, like Officer Daniel White, who provided CPR to an injured motorcyclist, that person and their family present for the occasion. Those just a few of the impressive officers honored at the day's ceremony. And Abilene with coverage you can count on. Mercedes Hernandez, KTAB News.
And some other teams recognized, including the Surveillance and Apprehension Tactics Team and the Crimes Against Persons Division, which solved all 7 homicides in Abilene last year. The Officer of the Year was also named. However, out of officer safety, the department asked us to withhold his name. Congratulations to all those officers. All right, let's go to the latest on road construction projects affecting your commute right in Abilene. Several projects right now underway by the Texas Department of Transportation and the City of Abilene. KTAB's Tyler Henderson takes a look at some projects and has a timeline of what you can expect.
If you've been driving around Abilene, you may have noticed some pretty major road construction, whether that's all the 4-way stops down on North 5th or over on North 18th, the bridge that's shut down over Cat Claw Creek. Well, the Abilene Metropolitan Planning Organization, they have a few updates that they've given us, and we've got some community reaction.
With this bridge going back up and running, I'm not too thrilled about it.
Lisa Cisneros has lived off of North 18th since she was 16.
The traffic has slowed down tremendously, and the crime, I mean, now us as neighbors, we can tell when somebody doesn't belong here.
Enjoying the break from heavy traffic, going from Mockingbird to Grape Street.
We'll race through here, you know, going 70, 80 miles an hour sometimes, and it's scary.
Right. But that break's coming to an end on April 1st. The bridge opens back up. Other road construction is expected to be completed this year as well, like the pedestrian sidewalk and signal upgrade on Ambler Avenue by ACU. While construction is behind, it's expected to be completed in July. The 4-way stops on North 5th Street downtown won't be going anywhere anytime soon either. They're being studied for future traffic signals, using current traffic data and projected traffic for when the new downtown hotel is completed. Another one of the projects the Abilene MPO wants to implement is new street lighting from Leggett all the way down to Ross on South 1st. Speaking to some of the local businesses down here, they say it's really low lit around their storefronts at night, making some of their customers and employees feel unsafe. The cause? Well, that's a pretty high crime rate in the area and some of the consistent homeless populations that tend to hang around their storefronts. That project should get kicked off right around December of this year. In Abilene, with coverage you can count on, Tyler Henderson, KTAB News.
All right, Tyler, thank you. The Abilene Metropolitan Organization is also expecting to do a traffic impact study and analysis this year on Loop 322 and Texas Highway 36. And now honoring Black history in Abilene. Community members this last week honoring the life of Abilene civil rights activist Claudie C. Royals. He was a champion for helping the disadvantaged and desegregating schools and observing Martin Luther King holiday in Abilene, among many other accomplishments. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez again was at the 13th annual banquet held in his memory and has more on his lasting impact in his leadership is having today.
Because it's like just family when we have the banquet. It's not like your normal banquet.
Michael T. Royals, one of the sons of Claudie C. Royals, happy to see locals paying tribute to his father and the greater cause he served.
Our father worked hard to unite people, and that we're not going to make it unless we work together.
The evening punctuated by moving performances and speeches by those inspired by Royals' leadership.
Whether it was 3 in the morning or 5 in the evening, if someone called, he would stop what he was doing, and like a knight in shining armor, he would go and assist those in need.
Mentoring the youth was a great focus for the late Royals, the night also serving as a chance to highlight young people making strides for success. Also recognized was a current leader advocating for change in Abilene and beyond.
Tonight our activist is Reverend Taylor.
Associate Professor at Abilene Christian University, Dr. Jerry Taylor, awarded the Claudie C. Royals Community Activist Award, the legacy of the leader that came before him not lost during his acceptance speech.
It is my hope that I can truly embody the commitment, the integrity, the courage that a Claudie Royals embodied.
In Abilene, with coverage you can count on, Mercedes Hernandez, KTAB News.
All right, thank you again, Mercedes. The banquet was postponed last year, like a lot of other events, because of COVID, but held on February 15th, set by the city of Abilene as Claudie C. Royals Day in 2006. All right, when we come back on Big Country Politics, honoring Black history here in the Key City. An in-depth interview with community leader Shawnte Fleming. Shawnte's in the studio with us next. We're back in 2 minutes.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
And welcome back to Big Country Politics. With us in the studio, Shawnte Fleming. You are on the P&Z, you're on Planning and Zoning Commission, and we're going to talk about that and how you got there. But first of all, I want to congratulate you from the Black Chamber of Commerce on your Community Service Award. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That was recent, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, and that's kind of what I want. And look, there's a picture of you right there accepting your award. Very nice. So, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today. And this is why we have you in the studio today, because it didn't start out that way, right? I mean, how long would you say you have been active in the community and visible, I should say, because I'm sure you've been active for a long time, right? Or have you? I mean,
I've been active, but not on the front line active, kind of behind the scenes. Not really active with the city of Abilene. This really just started in 2020. Mm-hmm. So I'm fairly new with a lot of things. So a lot of it I'm learning, but I really just started getting involved in 2020.
And you're learning as you go, like you said, because you started off in 2020, and we had a conversation on the phone yesterday, and you said, and this is what I want to know about you, you said you started out being visible on the front lines, and it all started by asking questions.
Yes, well, it actually started in Stevenson Park.
Yeah.
When I was actually injured out there, and
wait, you were injured at Stevenson Park?
Yes, that's when we had the chain link netting.
Mm-hmm. On the tennis courts?
On the tennis courts, and it was the weekend. So that following Monday, I called in to the city, and we had questions like, how do we get this fixed? What are some of the things that we can do to get this fixed? So we kind of hit a lot of brick walls there. A lot of things, we were kind of just getting turned in these circles. And I was like, well, wait a minute, that's not fair. And then I was basically told that it was kind of like something that we did. And I was like, well, okay, well, this is how we're going to have to change this. So I just actually put it out there on Facebook, the whole conversation, the whole layout, everything. And basically, what do I do from here? What are the steps that I take from here to change this? And so I met with some city officials. I met with some other city leaders, and they were able to tell me, if you want something done, there's ways to go about doing it.
And I think that's probably what they meant by maybe, tell me if I'm wrong, they meant this is by something we did as far as Stevenson Park goes, maybe because the voices in that area were not loud enough, right? I'm not attending city council meetings, parks and rec meetings, planning and zoning meetings. Is that kind of the idea that you got?
Sadly, I had never gone to a city council meeting.
So interesting.
To
Yes.
a planning and zoning meeting, to parks and rec.
And now you're on the planning and zoning commission.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, keep going. I keep interrupting you.
I never got involved, never. And it wasn't because I didn't know. I just, I guess that, I'm just going to say this, that we don't know because we just don't ask the right questions. And so it was like, you have to go to the city council. You have to go to these meetings. You have to voice your opinion. You have to show a presence. And I was like, oh, so where do I find the meetings? Where do I look? And then they were like, they have a website. You go there, you look for the meetings. And so I was like, okay, we have a problem because so many of us just don't know. So we got together and we started attending. And when I say attending, there's strength in numbers. And we started showing up and we started to ask questions after questions. And when they started to see how many of us were showing up and we weren't leaving, it was like, okay, we got to try to figure out how to fix this together, how to bridge this gap. And that started everything.
And I want this segment to be about, you know, I hope people are listening to this and learn how to do what you did. Because showing up to a meeting is one thing. But actually getting up during the public comment section in every city council meeting, in every planning and zoning meeting, in every public meeting, there is a section in that meeting where the public can get up and just talk about anything, any concern they want. And like I said, showing up to the meeting is one thing, but actually getting up in front of this board, in front of the people in the audience there, is a whole other thing. I mean, talk about that.
So we really didn't know what to do. So we had to reach out to some of the other leaders that were more involved, that knew more, because we were all new. We had never ever attended these meetings prior. So they said, you have to go and get on the agenda to actually speak and have a voice on there, and they'll vote on that. Mm-hmm. So we were learning. We did get up in the public section and we did speak, and then we learned how to get on the actual agenda for the city council where you are heard. But we had to learn that. So we learned how to get on the agenda for the Parks and Recs board.
Because this is where it started, because you got injured at Stevenson Park.
Yes, sir. So we had to learn and figure out, how do we go about taking these steps to get on these boards? And when we figured that out, we just hit the ground running. We have to be more involved. We have to get city oriented and knowledgeable of what's going on in Abilene to make some of these choices. We have to be involved in the decision making of what's going on. That's how this park ended up in these poor conditions. So
once you started asking these questions, how helpful were the people within the city of Abilene in saying, hey, you're asking these questions now, you're involved, here's what you got to do next?
Some people were helpful. Mm-hmm. Others was not so helpful. Mm-hmm. Basically, it was you want to know, get more involved. If you want to complain, show up. Do something about it. Be the change you want to see.
Not just complain.
Not just complain. Don't just show up and just complain, but be the change you want to see. And that's how we rolled with it. I said, you know what? I can do better. We can do better. So that's how I started showing up. Sometimes I had a crowd. Sometimes I didn't. I was all by myself.
You were all by yourself, yeah.
But most of the time, because everybody works. So sometimes I would come out alone. Sometimes I had a crowd, but we never stopped showing up.
When we come back here on Big Country Politics, more with Shawnte Fleming and how she got involved enough now to be on the P&Z, Planning and Zoning. We'll be back on Big Country Politics. This is good.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
All right, we're back with Shawnte Fleming, community activist, planning and zoning board member. And what we're doing today is we're learning from Shawnte Fleming, who's been involved with the city since 2020. We're learning how to do what you did. And you said it started with an injury at Stevenson Park where the chain link, the tennis netting was chain link, and that's how you were injured. And you started off by asking questions on how do we get this fixed, which leads us to you going to city council meetings, learning how, first of all, where and when they were, learning the issues and just showing up and listening and speaking out and having the courage to stand up and say, hey, here's our concerns. So there's where we are. You're learning about city council, you're showing up, you have a crowd sometimes you're by yourself. Where did you go from there?
From there, I just started to educate myself. I have a team of people. We spent long times researching a lot of city ordinance policies. We went to other parks. We looked at things. We tried to balance out what was wrong, how do we fix it, how do we go about asking for certain things. The main thing that I learned is tact. When you are asking for something, how to do it, being respectful, not going in demanding, angry, but just saying, hey, this is a problem. I wanted to bring this to your attention, and I wanted to work with you guys to see how we could work together to fix this.
Because you mentioned tact, because going in angry, yelling doesn't work, because there's procedure to all of this stuff, correct? And you had to learn that. Yes, and I also had to learn that nothing is quick with the city. It doesn't happen overnight. We're in a floodway there, so that really makes things hard. A little. But a lot of people don't know this. That area it's a difference in a flood zone and a floodway. And that's what we learned when we started to research. And I would just encourage people to do their own research. Don't go off of what people tell you or you hear. Do your own research. We need to know, how do we fix this? So I was asking questions with FEMA. How do you determine these floodways and these flood zones, and how do we get this done? Because we can't put walls down there. It's a lot of things down there that can't be done because of this floodway. So those are things that we had to find out and learn and research. Another thing is all the brick walls that we hit, we needed to figure out why. So it was more than just battling with the city on things. We were dealing with federal levels and them saying, no, this can't be done because you're dealing with the flood issue and the water has to have somewhere else to go. So now we're hitting this and that. So we had to actually understand what we were dealing with. But since then,
renovations have started. They're doing
And that's what I was going to
progress out there.
say. Go over to Stevens Park now, today. There's work going on out there. What a change.
I'm there every day, just riding through, driving by, and people are like excited because for a long time they were like, nothing's going to get done. It's going to be in the same condition. You know, this is what we've had for so long, but the history of that park. And this is major for us.
And right across the street is and we're running out of time, that's why I'm trying to hurry. Right across the street is the Let Us Breathe home that you spearheaded there. And I want to ask you, from 2020, everything you've learned now, how empowered do you feel with this knowledge?
Oh man, this
and
has
what
been a
can't
journey.
you do now with all this knowledge? You know,
This has been a journey. With all of this knowledge that I am learning, it has it's really encouraged me to go further. Like, I love Abilene and I want to do things together. It has encouraged me to foster relationships and like partnerships with like-minded organizations to come together so we can all enjoy Stevenson Park and we can all enjoy this whole area. We're working together, Abilene community, that's what I stand for. That's what I want. It's for the whole betterment of Abilene. It's not a certain group or it's not a certain people. There have been questions about the whole area over there, what's going to go on with the Cedar Park. Cedar Park has its own board. You have to ask their board what is going on in that whole area. We don't have a whole lot to do with that. Remember, I just started this in 2020. I didn't get on that board until 2021. So all of these things were already in place way before I started. But we are definitely encouraging businesses, whatever is to come, is to make that area grow and pop and be more successful.
So interesting. Shawnte Fleming, congratulations.
Thank you.
For everything. Congratulations on Stevenson Park. I was at that meeting when the mayor said, hey, we have an extra $400,000. Give it to the parks. And that was a lot to do with you. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your award, the P&Z board, and everything. Would you want to say anything, and we're running out of time really quick, about somebody who's thinking about doing what you're doing?
Just research. It is so much work to be done. We need all the help that we can get. And it is a journey, but it's much needed. So if you're willing to come and go to these meetings and to merge together, to work together, then let's do it. I'm all for it.
All right. Shawnte Fleming, thank you very much. We'll be back on Big Country Politics.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
All right, and that does it for this week's edition of Big Country Politics. Remember, for the latest political headlines, always go to bigcountryhomepage.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thanks again.